Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it's time for a bonding video. So today we're going to be introducing the existing herd of 3 piggies to our new pair of 3-month-old females. The new girls were quick to settle into their temporary cage, but they are both wary of humans, although Minnie here will definitely come and say hello and see if there's any treats on offer. Penelope, on the other hand, will only very tentatively approach me, and that's very normal for young guinea pigs. By bonding them with a trio, I'm hoping to see what I've seen before, which is that more tame piggies help the youngsters to become more confident, but we'll see how it goes. And in case you're new to introducing guinea pigs, they are very social animals, but they do go through a bonding process. And the best way to start this process off is by setting up a large bonding pen on neutral territory, free from any smells. So I'm using fresh, clean, waterproof cage liners and just starting things off with a pile of hay and some tunnel hideys in there. In the beginning, we don't want to use too many hideys or closed-in hideys that the piggies can get possessive over. So first in are the 3 older piggies. We have Phoebe, then Nacho, and now Kelly. And it took me a while to get the babies out, but they go in next, and then we just sit back, watch, and see what happens. As you can see, it's quite normal for them to completely ignore each other at first, just because there's lots of distractions and new areas to explore, but eventually they will start to interact with each other. At this point, Minnie has just hidden herself away in the hay with Callie, but Penelope is doing a little bit of exploring and might just say hello to Phoebe here. She's just following her around. And that high-pitched sort of agitated sound that you can hear is coming from Minnie. So she's just letting everyone know that she's not comfortable with the older, bigger, scarier piggies coming too close, like Nacho is here. But at the same time, she doesn't want to run away and come out and leave the cover of the hay pile. Nacho and Phoebe are not being aggressive though here, they just basically want to sniff her and say hello. It's Penelope's turn next to be checked out by Nacho and his sidekick Phoebe. Nacho is a boy piggy, and although he's neutered, he will still show typical male behaviours like mounting and chasing. Females will also do this sometimes as well. Nacho is rumbling away at her, but Penelope is being submissive and mostly running away, which is what we want to see. And then Nacho goes chasing Penelope again. This is another good sign, so they're all eating together now, which shows they are comfortable enough in each other's company to relax a bit, except for Minnie, who is still slightly on edge and making those noises. I didn't actually get that much footage of Minnie being chased by Nacho, partly because I was a bit nervous watching them. Minnie was being quite defensive and sort of turning around to try and face him off, which Nacho was not happy about, and he was teeth chattering and yawning at her, which are both more aggressive behaviours. By this point, Callie and Phoebe haven't really interacted with the new girls that much, though I can tell that Callie is just a bit stressed out by the whole situation. I don't think she likes being introduced to new piggies, and especially when they try pee on her like Penelope did there. It sounds gross, but females will pee backwards to deter males and get themselves out of being chased, and as you can imagine, it is quite effective. After a few hours of watching them, I went ahead and shrunk the size of the pen. So when and if you do this depends on the level of confrontation and dominance behaviours that you're seeing, and I wasn't really seeing a lot apart from Minnie just getting a little defensive at times. I also put in another hidey and some fresh hay. And again, if you were seeing piggies being possessive over the hideys, you might not choose to put them in, but I think they are actually more comfortable knowing that they have them there as an option to go in and take cover if they get spooked. A bit later on and everyone is more relaxed, they've been eating hay and having pellets and water, so I was relieved that the first phase was successful and we celebrated with some lettuce scattered around on the fleece. A bit later on, and Minnie was still nervous whenever Nacho came close. He's about to yawn, which is a threat. This isn't yawning and stretching out like they would normally, it's just a yawn out of nowhere, and it is an aggressive sign. But fortunately, Nacho didn't follow this up with anything else. At this point, Callie has definitely had enough, bless her. Okay, so it's a few days later, all is going well, and I've now shrunk the pen slightly again, and instead of having the big pile of hay, I introduced 2 litter trays that they will have in the cage with them. So obviously there's less escape routes with the litter trays, so I wanted to make sure they were happy with them first, and I also really like to be confident that they're all content in each other's company before I go ahead and put them in the cage, just because another change of environment can spark up some dominance behaviours. So when I do the bonding like this, I tend to have the pen set up for a number of days, and we've done 5 days in total this time. Just look at Phoebe sleeping in the hay, bless her. And we're almost ready to put the pigs in the cage all together, but first I wanted to give the new girls a bit of a bottom trim. Both of them have matted hair around their bum, and in Penelope's case it was all stained yellow from soaking up pee. They were actually both very well behaved for this. I think they sort of knew I was helping them. And I do have some hair cutting videos that I'll pop down in the description for anyone interested in seeing how I do it exactly. So with clean bums and setting up the cage with the same set of tunnels, wooden hideys and litter trays, we're all ready to go in. These 3 in first again, followed by the babies. And as expected, there was some more chasing, Nacho just keeping everyone in check, and then things settle down again. So fingers crossed everything stays that way, but so far so good. I'm very relieved that they seem to have bonded well, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and seeing them make friends. I do intend to do an informative one on how to do the bonding next year with more of my tips and tricks in it. So if you have any questions on piggy introductions and bonding in general that you want answering, then please pop them down in the comments below, and also let us know how you think this bonding went. But for now, that's all from us. Thank you for watching as always, and we will see you very soon. Bye bye!